Hello guys, welcome. I've tried to start this a couple times now. Technology's been weird, weather's been weird. Being told to talk about the eclipse and the effects that they can have for some spiritual beings, or those on the spiritual path, whatever you want to call yourself. We've seen a lot of masks starting to slip. We've seen a lot of things come to light recently. And we're getting the King of Pentacles energy. Someone is getting the opportunity to really bring some abundance into their life. And I feel like from a collective standpoint, this is becoming true. We're celebrating something. We're coming more into this love of life. We're not really getting caught up in the everyday stuff. We're getting kind of that childlike love back. And you get the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Why did my brain do that? You're starting to really listen to your intuition and take a sensible approach with the ways that you're going to be doing this. You're becoming a bit more like you wake up and birds are singing and things are just going really well for you, and you're really being able to view this all from a new perspective and view it more from a spiritual way as well. Like, you're not going to really be sitting here in this, like, you're getting the King and Queens of Wands. This could also be a twin flame reading that I'm getting tapped into. Someone's manifesting this into their 3D life though. And it's really going to be a time to celebrate, and you're going to need to... Yeah, someone's really starting to enjoy that time by themselves, and bringing that in is going to really make sure that you're starting to become a team player. Like, when you're able to stand by yourself and you're able to be the King or Queen of Pentacles, and you're being able to kind of root that in your 3D life, it brings in all these good things, and you're going to have to change the plans and change the way that you have been doing things. But I see that it's coming up really good with this Six of Wands. It's coming up, and people are starting to recognize who you are, and people are starting to recognize the fire and the passion and the desire that you have inside of you. And it's bringing in good relationships, and it's bringing in good teamwork in a love and emotion wise. Like, people are really starting to feel the way that you're coming across in the world. They're not really kind of sitting there and looking at you from how they used to view you. They're really being able to feel that things have changed within you. You've gotten out of this negative mindset that you've been trapped in, and all these fears around money and how you're going to go through the world. You're really making some decisions that are best for you, and being able to stand up for your own beliefs, and knowing that you're not going to be kind of be brought down by people who aren't interested in the real you. Yeah, you're getting some really bothersome type of people in your life. You're not really focused too much on that at the moment. You know, everyone has their own goals in life. Everyone has their own crap going on. You've really decided to defend your own beliefs, and choose when you want to bring in your energy with other people. And you get the Two of Wands to confirm that one. You're going to bring in new people who are going to see you as this Queen of Cups. They're going to see you as kind and nurturing and empathetic. They're going to see you being able to live through your intuition and take care of yourself and other people. And it may be different to how they view that. They may be viewing that as like, they may be viewing the way that you live your life as, not plentiful abundance wise. They may be viewing you as a lesser person, but they also see that you've made a really hard decision, and you've been able to, you're not just sitting here pretending there's no problem anymore. You're sitting here and really coming to light with what you know is the right thing to do. And you've kind of come into this Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords era where you're not really, it's laughable. It's laughable that people think that they're going to be able to squash your independence and your creativity, that they're going to be able to really sit there and tell you, how you should be living your life. And when you start to really live your life and start to live it by yourself, you get this King and Queen of Wands, which is about bringing that abundance into the reality. Like, it's bringing it into your 3D world. And then you've got the Queen of Wands here too. You've got the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Air. So someone has which when we know this, when we know tarot, this is Empress energy. And we also, didn't we get the Empress? No, we didn't get the Empress. No, you didn't get the Empress. All these queens means that every single pillar of your life is coming into arraignment, like it's coming into stability, and it's bringing in this new love of your life. Like it may be a person from your past. I see it as a twin flame, so maybe it's not a person from your past, but a person from a past life, someone that you have a spiritual connection with. Yeah, it's definitely someone from your past. You're needing to make long-term plans and long-term commitments to bring in this abundance, and you need to keep reminding yourself that you can nurture yourself and nurture other people at the same time, but you don't have to really give up who you are in order to be in these connections anymore. And you've got to work through your shadows and bring in your psychic abilities and and really transform yourself into the person that you know you are. And when you can speak your mind with confidence and balance all this out, you get the King of Swords. So we've got Queen and King of Swords. We've got the Queen and King of Pentacles. And we've got all the queens to make the Empress. So I'm tapping into a really good feminine energy that's able to balance out their mental and emotions and like all the crap that's going on. And they're able to kind of keep it stable in their life. And they're not kind of sitting there. Yeah, they've got a desire to move on for something that's a lot better for them. It's a lot more, some people choose to not move. Like, they got the Chariot in reverse. They choose to not move. They choose to not make those decisions in their life that could actually better their life and make them feel good about themselves and feel good about who they are in the world. And I see you wanting to do something, you're wanting to go out and you're wanting to challenge yourself. You're wanting to become this page, which is very like childlike energy. You're wanting to become brand new in the world. And with the Star card, you're in reverse. You're kind of, once you realize that, you haven't been moving for a long time. You may think you've been moving. You may think you've been bringing in crap into your 3D world. You start to realize that, you haven't been living the life that you wanted to live. You haven't been getting all this, happy, fun time that you think you've been getting. It's actually been just you repeating patterns with different people. And you want to move on. You want to challenge yourself. You want to become, you want to become respected and compassionate, and you want to be able to really bring in these emotions of how you feel about yourself and how you feel about the world into reality. And you're not kind of in a position anymore of where you want to really be squandering yourself for other people. You're not in a position anymore. You really started to look deeper inside yourself and look at things from a different point of view, so that you're not just, maybe some people have, like, I know definitely myself, cleared out some blocks around relationships and cleared out some blocks and started to go in a new direction and go on a new adventure and make your own definition of what you think a relationship should look like in the 3D. And you've really worked through all these difficult situations, and you're able now to kind of put that into practice and put all this energy and all this fire into practice, and you're starting to walk away from all these things that no longer serve you. Yeah, and you're going to take a leap of faith. And all of this coming into alignment is going to bring unexpected things, and it's going to bring in that person, that twin flame, or that energy from your past, that soulmate, that person that was in your other life. It's going to bring them in a new way, and you're going to be able to, stand your ground and say what you need to say and tell them, look, this is the way my life is going, and this is the way I'm choosing to live my life. And if you don't want to be a part of that, there's the door. You don't want to be sitting there just being like a team player. You don't want to be sitting there and being like, oh, poor you. Okay, I guess I'll compromise myself for you again. And when you do this, you get the world. Like, Michael is standing over top of you. Archangel Michael is standing there telling you, like, look, this is the path you need to take. And if this person's not on the same path as you, then, it's time to revise that plan, because maybe it's just not the right timing for this person to come in. Maybe they've got their own growth. You really need to assess the facts and move in a different direction, so that you're not just sitting there repeating these cycles. You're getting new inspirations and ideas, and you're it's starting a brand new cycle of the way that you think about yourself and the way you think about your life. And it's helping you go out in the world and go out with these groups of people and not really compromise yourself anymore. Yep. Some of you need to practice, like, some of you need to tap into your spiritual practicing. So this is about, like, rest, and, it's about, putting a pause on things, kind of like taking that break, becoming a bit of a hermit, all that type of stuff. But this is about learning how to do that. Learning something new that you may not have done. You're learning how to take those breaks. You're learning when and when not to stop. You're learning when to really take advantage of those situations. And when you do, it just finishes all this crap. Like, all this crap just clears away. Alright. I'm going to pull one more, just to finish it up, because I'm shit at finishing all this shit up. I speak too fast for half the people to catch up, and then I end up sitting there going like, that's it, done, bye. Don't sit there pretending there's no problem. Like, if you're the type of person that kind of gets stuck back into your habits, don't sit there pretending like there's no problem. Actually take active work to stay in that king, that queen energy, that feminine energy of allowing your life to go the way that you want it to go. Because while I saw this video last night, it explains it so well about the law of attraction, and it's like you can sit there and want all you want, but you take zero action into allowing space for that, into impregnating your heart with that idea, and to create this masculine energy of action. Then all you've got is a want. What did he say? He was like, if I want in one hand and I shit in the other, which one's going to fill up faster? Like, you can't just sit there and go, well, I really want this to happen. I really want this to happen, and expect the world to just shit in your hand. Like, it's not going to fill up your cup. You've got to decide what you're going to allow, and you got to not let that desperation of, like, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be looked at in a particular way. You get to decide how people look at you due to your actions. Like, you can't decide how they're going to perceive you. Like, people are going to spend 5 minutes with you and think you're a total bitch. People are going to spend 5 minutes with you and think you're a total slut. People are going to think you're off your head, or you're a fucking angry type of person. But that's fine. They can think whatever the hell they like about you, because they're the ones that are going to be sitting there repeating the cycles over and over and over and over again, while you're sitting here creating these plans and saying no to things that don't align with you anymore. You're going to be the person that's stepping up and taking all this queen energy and receiving all this good stuff in your life, while everyone else is sitting there shitting in their pants. Like, and that's not to say that it's not hard. It is extremely hard. but you also have to be advocating for yourself that you want this bad enough that you're willing to sit there and let people talk all they like about you, because it's not going to change your drive, it's not going to change your initiative, it's not going to change how you think about yourself. The only person who can judge you is you. The only person that you should be judging, like comparing yourself to, is you and your past yous. Like, you, if you sit there and go, I'm exactly the same person I was 10 years ago, then what the fuck have you been doing for the past 10 years? Where is your growth? Where is your spiritual awareness? Where is your, like, initiative to go, I'm in charge of my life? And if you're not taking any action and you haven't changed in the past 10 years, that's when you got to look in the mirror and say, I'm going to judge myself. I'm not going to let all these people tell me who I am. I'm not going to let all these people tell me what I should be doing. I'm going to judge myself for the fact that I sat there for 10 years and did not change a single thing. Like, it doesn't matter if it shows up in the physical either. It's even just the mental shift. Like, if you're not taking any action into changing the way you think, you're not taking any action into changing how you perceive things and how you perceive other people, how you perceive society, or how you perceive how, like, love or relationships or bonds or soulmates or contracts or whatever. Like, if you don't take any action in any way, shape or form, mental, emotionally, physically, spiritually, anything, in order to shift your life from the position that you're in, you're not going to change in any way, shape or form. And the people that sit there and judge you are usually the people that will never reflect on themselves. And what you've got to do right now with all this queen, all this empress energy, is to allow yourself to be kind of nurturing to yourself, so that when opportunities show up for you, you're going to jump at the one that is best for you. You're not going to jump at every single opportunity and go like, oh, my ex is ringing me. Oh, that my ex is going to call me next week. And oh, this one's messaging me. Oh, no, this one's messaging me. You don't need to be desperate for people's attention and people's love that badly that every single opportunity you're not going to review it, and you're not going to look at the facts. You're not going to look at the history and go like, well, last time I did this, they just screwed me over. Oh, they've been going through 2 girlfriends in the past 2 months. Maybe that's not the type of person I want to be getting involved with. Or the last time we were in a relationship, they were extremely abusive to me. Maybe I need to put my guard up just a little bit. Maybe I need to, safeguard myself so that I can protect the energy that I'm trying to bring into my life. I don't want to sit there being best friends with my ex who was abusive to me like a million years ago, just because today they say they're fine. Cool. Well, let's hope for your sake that that shit doesn't fall into your lap and you don't become responsible for that, because you are not responsible for changing anyone else's life or anyone else's perception. You're responsible for changing your own life. And that's kind of all I have for you right now. I know that's probably a jumbled mess, but basically the moral of the story is that you are going to receive exactly what you want. Your wishes are going to come true. Your abundance is going to flow in. You're going to have the love of your life, even if it's not twin flame. People who know about twin flame enough know that twin flame does not mean you have to be romantically involved with them. It is a spiritual relationship. It is spiritual growth on a 5D level, and not every single twin is going to awaken to that, and you're going to have a divine relationship that you want. If you can choose to be committed to yourself enough that you're not going to let these people, these naysayers, these judges tell you how you should be doing it. You need to reflect on yourself enough to not judge yourself harshly for not taking that spiritual growth. You need to become aware of the fact that you weren't taking that spiritual growth for however long you were doing it. And then now you need to impregnate that idea into your heart. You need to make that heart feel something about this idea enough so that you can give birth to this masculine energy of action. This is important. You don't need to just sit there on your ass and go, well, I feel all this, I feel all this, I feel all this. No, well, you need to put some action into that then. If you're going to sit there and tell me, oh, this is all I can think about, this is all I want, and I feel so shit when I don't do it, then you need to get yourself excited about the fact that all these things are going to come to you, because the feeling of it already being yours is going to help you push yourself through those hard times when everyone's bringing you down. So really, I don't know how to wrap these things up, because it just feels like I could sit here and talk forever about it. You need to make sure That one, you safeguard your energy. Two, that you believe these things can be possible when you are in your highest element, when you are in your element of this is exactly who I am. You're not wearing masks anymore. You're not sticking around for people who treated you like shit in the past. You're going to be not putting a wall, you're putting an invisible bubble around you that says I'm an untouchable bitch and I'm not going to let people just come in and stomp all over my heart and be clueless about it. Like, I'm not going to be a ditz and sit there and go, oh, they're going to come in 20 million times in my life and I'm just going to, it's been the exact same thing every single time. Maybe this time it's different. Like, don't be naive about it. Don't be so naive that you literally shit yourself. Like, you're going to put yourself in a position of you're the reason why these people are coming in the first place. Like, take the opportunity to sit with yourself enough and to be with yourself enough to develop that relationship of love and care and structure within yourself, so that when these people come up to you, it doesn't mean a single thing to you. You're like, yeah, hey, whatever, bye. You don't need to stress. You don't need to think about how to respond. You're just like, yeah, well, this doesn't mean shit to me anymore. I've got my life. I've got my plan. I've got my growth. I'm not going to be taking anything less than this. So really set your own standards and really follow through with that action and that feeling, so that when you get to that point of your manifestations are coming in, you're not sitting there going like, oh, I don't deserve this shit. Like, I don't. You do. You do, for taking that action of self-reflection so that you can grow as a person and as a spiritual being. That's what I have for you.